What's going on there, guys? Back with another one, and I have a very important video for you guys today, especially if you have a kid or thinking about the AAU travel ball season and some of the things that's going on. I have a message from Shawn Marion and also Michael Beasley when he was on Club Shay Shay's podcast. And they're two different messages. One is about reclassing, and the other is about exploitation, of the student athlete. And Michael Beasley, he should have a PhD in that. This should be taught, or he should be on a lot of other podcasts, just throughout the summer. Just to give tips and everything. I even think someone of that stature should probably have a AAU season podcast, like around this time, talking about some of the things that went on and some of the things to watch out for when you're choosing a team, when you're choosing an organization, what's going on behind the scenes. How is your name being used to, for the coaches and the organization to profit? I know for a fact that these event planners have to pay certain teams money to come play in their events, and I know that for a fact. But let's get into what Shawn Marion said first. Let's check it out.
So I guess this is part 4. I think my son and everybody's been talking about this reclass and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think only a part I'm gonna agree with it, reclassing. If you're reclassing up, not reclassing down to play against younger kids when you're an older kid. I think it's disgusting. And I think, there's just, I'm just speaking personally, or whether you like it or not. And there's just something I think it's truly disgusting. You got older kids trying to play against younger kids to look better. And it's nasty work. We got to do better. You know what I'm saying? There's too many other ways for parents for kids to catch up if they're behind. You know what I'm saying? With prep school, junior college, it's different ways to get caught up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to hold kids back to, make them feel dumb. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the excuse may be, you know what I'm saying? But to make them play against kids that's younger than them, that's not cool. I don't like it.
Now, to be fair, I have seen older players do well and gone to the NBA. Scotty Barnes was 20 when he got to Florida State. He was a older player. So it does work. I think he's talking about so many people doing it. The average person, it's not going to work for. And the average person, they 20, 21 playing against 15-year-old, 16-year-old. They all have an advantage just physically at that point, but it doesn't tell the true story, and your development, I ain't want to say it halts, but you max out and these other guys catch up with you over time. But man, let's get into what B said, because this is the other part that I kind of want to look at today. Let's check it out.
You got a phenom, and this place is willing to pay you to bring that phenom to, right? Just $100,000, right? How much are you giving the kid? How much are you giving the kid's mom?
Probably nothing.
That's stealing, right? I found that out from my peers in the NBA draft camp. That's how I grew up. Right.
So they was making money off you, but they ain't kick you nothing. They ain't kick your mom nothing. And no, you were struggling. No, you got...
No, this is how I knew that. So NBA draft camp?
Yeah.
Me, D Rose, Eric Gordon, OJ Mayo, all of them, we was in the room playing cards and stuff, right?
Because a lot of y'all playing the McDonald's All-American team.
We all knew each other. They all looked at me and was like, yo, Bees, I know you was getting paid that out. No, I wasn't. Man, bro, for you to go here and you to go there and you to do that, you to do that. I was looking at them like, bro, y'all tripping. I've never got paid $1. I never, right? But then they start naming dates and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, bro, he gave me $1,000 there. Oh, you know what? He gave me $1,500. And then, nigga, $1,000 at 14, 15.
Yeah, that's a lot of bread.
Right? But now my peers are telling me that he was getting 100,000, he was getting 200,000, he was getting 50,000, he was getting, right? My mom wasn't living like that. So then I called somebody I trusted that knew this person and said, yo, 1, 2, 3. He looked at me and said, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9 is the rest. And then nobody pay attention. Right? So
So he's profiting while you and your family struggling.
And then I still owe you when I get there.
It's important for a lot of these kids to know that when you go with certain organizations, certain individuals is in it to get paid and to try to make it look like they were looking out for you the whole time while they have been profiting um, throughout your scholastic career and still expect you to kick them something back when you make it to the league because I did this, I picked you up from practice, I took you here, I took you there, and really just latching on, leeching on to you and have manipulated you along the way. So this message is so important.
Would you know that I paid my childhood off $185 something when I found out? Like, same person had a receipt from 13 all the way to when I got drafted. And I looked at it, and it was shit on there like McDonald's receipts.
Hold
It
on,
was
he
shit like that, right? Plane tickets. It was shit like, and this is a real thing. We don't say names, right? You told me that, right? But bro, yeah, I had to pay my childhood back, so I don't owe no man for anything because the one hey, and then it's like I paid for, I raised myself.
Bees.
That's real.
Somebody kept documentation.
Yeah.
Oh, they bought you.
Why you say somebody like you didn't just say these coaches hold money?
Your coach.
These I don't, bro,
or handlers or whatever the case may be.
Yes,
but it's the documentation.
Of what?
He kept documentation when I took Bees to McDonald's, or I bought Bees some shoes, or I did this, or I did that. From the time you was 13 to the time you was
Which is what broke my heart.
Because you thought he was doing it out of kindness of his heart.
Which is why I just asked you, how much for 18 years of his life? If you're a real dad, how much do you really, if your son grow up and become Elon Musk and only give you 10 grand or not even.
My kid ain't got to give me nothing.
Right?
My kid didn't ask to come here.
Let's we can talk real facts if y'all want to hear real facts. I'm not going to, later for the days that I just subscribe to whatever y'all say, either hear what I say or don't ask me. But this is real shit. It's not the money that's the root of all evil. It's who controls the money, which becomes the root. We didn't know about the money they was getting. We played for the love of the game.
Correct.
We played for a chance to go to college.
Yes.
We played for a chance to get an education.
Right.
Then we played for a chance to take care of our family.
Right.
NIL opened up the gates all the way down to 10 years old. Okay, news flash, people, only 60 get drafted a year and 20 of those get cut. There's only been 4,800, roughly 5,000 people that's ever made it to the NBA. Chances are your son won't. Bro, they need to have fun first before they make money. That's what's wrong with AAU today. Everybody trying to make money and be the best fourth grader and the best third and best. It's like, dog, play for the right reasons and the right things will come.
Is it the parent? Because a lot of times
parents, because kids don't know what they don't know.
Okay.
Kids only know what you tell them. So these kids don't know what they don't know is my point.
Right.
It's up to these parents to stop thinking everything financial. Because even if it comes, right? Let's just say your youngest child make it to the NBA.
Correct.
Right? How much does he owe you for the 18 years of life he lived?
He don't owe me nothing.
Okay, so why are you so worried about how much money he make or doesn't? You should just be worried about a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you see these people trying to get in your child's life, and there's some decent people out there, don't get me wrong. But if you see these type of people coming around, I can do this for your child, I can do that for your child, make sure you do a thorough check and make sure you don't just turn them over to your child or turn your child over to the person where they're spending more and more time with them, signing documents when you ain't present, things like that. Because these people will try to latch on. It's very disgusting what some of these people will do that I've seen firsthand happen to players. And, you know, they end up having this thing where they got to take care of this person when if they ever make it to the league or even overseas or anywhere professionally, that they still got to help this person and they still got to do this and that. It's one of the reasons and one of the burdens they carry that end up to so many athletes going broke. Just that whole thing, and already getting robbed blind early on in life. And then they lend that same trust to an agent, not looking at their bottom line, just know that they got big checks coming in. And then, one day, you in insurmountable debt, and you're trying to be like, wait, how did we get here? Well, how did we get here? You on the downside of your career. You done earned your biggest contracts. They done ate with you off of that, and you've just been trusting these people. And that's my whole thing. The same thing as these shady agents when they get grown. They're already trained to trust these people. With something so important, their bank accounts, their finances, to pay all their taxes, to do this, that, and the third. So yeah, man. And let me tell you, most elite players that you see, especially from the inner cities, they have handlers. They have handlers, and they try to leech on these people. They got talent, but they have no business savvy. And obviously they wouldn't, at 12, 13, 14 years of age. They just see you 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". You got guard skills. Look, man, I can have you playing in California. I can have you here. I can have you in Vegas. I can have you this place. You could play in Canada. You can do bam, bam, bam. Places that they never thought they would see. A child is captivated by that idea. And the parents probably, a lot of times these people parents don't have money either, and they don't have no way to finance these trips. And so the handler, they'll get their money different ways. This guy shoot up the rankings, become a top prospect, maybe even put up some of his own money at first. He shoots up the rankings, and now, if you want me to come play in certain tournaments, we got to be paid, compensated. But the thing is, I'll just give this guy a little, 1,200, 1,500. I get the 100, 150K, because these events sponsored by Nike, Adidas, all this type of stuff, Under Armour. These people have all types of money that they have access to, and they are not your friend a lot of times. They are not your friend. They're using you, and when you fall on hard times, you can't even call these people, more than half of the time. So just be mindful of that. Young athletes, go ask your parents or someone that you trust, because sometimes parents are digging your pot too, depending on how your parent is. But get with somebody that you trust, to help guide you, because you can't do it alone at that age, especially if you come from an impoverished situation and you're trying to get your name out there as a player, and they want you to join one of these big organizations or these big teams, or if you are a top prospect, and you're traveling all over the country, you got to kind of know um, what's going on behind the scenes or get some type of idea. Beasley just pull that curtain back for you. For those that's reclassing, Shawn Marion, he got a point. Like I said, I've seen it work to the favor of people too, where they end up in the league and they end up having a good career. Um, Sometimes these guys fail too. They're just not great at school. But there are other options, like Shawn Marion said. You got JUCO, where now you keep all 4 years of your eligibility when you transfer to a 4-year institution. Those first 2 years don't count against your eligibility anymore. They made that rule probably about 2 years back. Um, you got these private schools where you can catch back up. But, whatever. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.